We talked about water baptism. We talked about songs. We talked about all of this stuff. I simply have a question that's bigger than any of this. Jesus in the New Testament, is he the Messiah that was prophesied to come? Yes or no? Because if we don't acknowledge him, that's a big deal of your salvation, and even the Old Testament would agree to that. So do you believe that the Jesus in the New Testament existed, walked the earth, and is the Messiah prophesied to come in the Old Testament?
You've just skipped onto something else. I'll answer that, but you misconstrued what I said about the Vatican, though, Deacon. Because what I'm saying is, when they was called the Romans, yeah, these are the Edomites we're talking about, yeah? They was called the Romans, yeah? Constantine claimed to be converted and everything else. So they was called the Romans. And now they're disguising themselves as the Vatican. How did the Vatican get all them books if it wasn't the Romans that stole them through conquest and stuff like that? They've changed their name. That's what I'm saying. And they've got control of the books. That's why Lord is everywhere and not the name of God. That's why it says in the book of 1 John, no one has seen God at any time. 1 John chapter 18. But when you read Exodus chapter 24, verse 9, it says Moses and 70 of the elders saw the God of Israel. So who's right?
Brother,
it's John,
hold on,
or John that comes after.
Oh my goodness.
He's like one of them school teachers. You know, when you tell them about Black history or whatever, they just can't believe it. And they shut you down in school. He behaves just like the white man. You hear him? Oh my, you know what I mean? Profanity again. These guys, you know, when are they going to learn to display godly language and behavior in public when they run, like, you know, doing these shows? Consistently spouting profanity. And because, you know, they want to put you down, oh my. You know, people are scared to say, he's right, you know, Deacon. You know, they get this too. And a lot of these people follow them as sheep. They don't have their own mind. They don't research. They base a lot of their they're emotionally driven. Anyway, let's continue.
The Old Testament clearly says no one can see his face and live. So
okay, let's stop here. Boom, boom, boom. Where is it? Okay. It says here in Exodus chapter 33, verse 20, and he says, "Those cannot see my face, for there shall no man see me and live." Yeah, that's his face he's talking about. Okay. Now, saw his body though. Where is it? Exodus 24. Okay. Exodus 24, verse 9 to 10. Then went up Moses and Aaron and Nadab and Abihu and 70 of the elders of Israel. And they saw, which is a verb, S-A-W, saw is a verb, it's a doing word. And they saw the God of Israel, and there under his feet, as it were, a paved work of a sapphire stone, and as it were, the body of heaven in his clearness. Yes, they saw his shape. Now, when you go to the New Testament, and you go to the book of John, which was written after the book of Acts and the letters of Paul, which have been included into the Bible, it says, John chapter 1, verse 18, "No man has seen God at any time. Only the only begotten Son, which is in the bosom of the Father, has declared him." So he's saying no one has seen his face. Okay, since you want to use that one, let's go to John chapter 5, verse 37 then. Remember, he said under his feet, and was some stone, and his body was a clearness. Yeah. So here now. John chapter 5 verse 37. And the Father himself, which has sent me, has borne witness of me. Ye have neither heard his voice at any time, nor seen his shape. Yeah. No man has seen God at any time. Yeah. You ain't even heard his voice or nothing like that. Yeah. But we know that in Exodus, you know what I mean, man saw, you know, his shape and that. And they heard his voice too. Yeah, because they said, Moses, you know, you speak to us and not God, lest we die. So let's go back to what my guy is saying now. The Deacon. Remember, he named himself the Deacon. God never named him no Deacon. Yeah, the last prophet was Malachi. That's the last, the Old Testament, the so-called Old Testament. That's the last of the books until the New Testament. Yeah, and none of them say, "Thus saith the Lord." Even when Paul said, "Who art thou, Lord?" and he heard a voice saying, "I am Jesus, whom thou persecutest." When it says, "Thou art my son, in whom I am well pleased," it didn't say, "Thus saith the Lord," or nothing like that. Okay, let's continue.
So they've seen him ontologically and bodily, but not his face. Now, answer the question for me, my brother. You got one last time, please.
See, that's a threat. Straight away, I knew I'm going to get cut off soon. But I stuck to my guns.
All right, I'll answer the question, yeah? The Jesus of the Bible, yeah, who came, who said no one has seen his shape or even heard his voice, yeah, which goes against Exodus chapter 24, verse 9.
See, again,
He,
brother, I have to mute you because you're disrespectful.
He wants me to answer his way. He wants me to say no, and then that's it. But why can't I give my answer? We've got plenty of time. Why can't I give him my answer? He wants to talk how he wants to give me the answer how he wants it. And saying that, you know, when God said, there's no one beside me, that was, he gave the reasoning that he gave can be used for Psalms 110. Do you see what I'm saying? These people twist and turn the scriptures. Yeah. Slick, slithery, and slippery.
You talk about me using profanity, but now you're disrespecting me. You're not treating me like a brother. I asked you to answer a question, yes or no.
Now he's being he's patronizing and being dogmatic in his dictatorship. I asked you to, you know what I mean? Threatening, basically, passive aggressive, threatening that if you don't answer the question my way, I'm going to cut you off.
Did Jesus Christ exist? And is he the Messiah that was prophesied to come in the Old Testament?
brother, why are you showing the white man more respect and giving him more time to view his opinion? I ain't been disrespectful. Just because that we have a disagreement doesn't mean you have to move me every time and threaten me that if you don't say yes or no, I'm going to cut you off. Why did you do that?
I never said I was going to cut you off.
That's the implications that you're giving through your behavior.
My king, can you just answer the question, King?
But you haven't dealt with the other one. You haven't even. No, be fair. Be fair. Yeah.
You know what? You know what? That's crazy.
He ran. Yeah. The deacon ran. Yes. He didn't want to deal with the scriptures that I was bringing up. Yes. He want me to answer is Jesus the Messiah? Okay. When the Messiah comes, it would end all oppression and war. Did Jesus do that? Hello? Anybody home? Did Jesus fulfill the prophecy that there would be no war, there would be an end to war? Did he do that? No. Why are they still having gay parades in Tel Aviv in Israel now? Why is there Zionism running rampant in Israel now with their government? Everyone should be keeping the laws that God gave to Moses in Israel, but they're not. Some government laws they're keeping. You got the Muslim dome in Israel today. When the Messiah comes back, those things will be done away with, will they not? How comes Jesus didn't save John the Baptist from getting his head chopped off? He's the Savior, isn't he? He's the Messiah. What does it mean to be the Messiah? What, just a spiritual thing? Do you see what I'm saying? Okay, so I've just showed you these scriptures here. No man has seen God at any time. But yet, when you go to the Torah, it tells you that man saw God. So these are the things that the deacon don't want to address. And there's some more scriptures that I want to address. Just hold on 1 second. Okay, watch this. It says here in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 18, verse 20 to 22. But the prophet which shall presume to speak a word in my name, which I have not commanded him to speak, or that shall speak in the name of other gods, even that prophet shall die. And if thou say in thy heart, how shall we know the word which the Lord has not spoken? When a prophet speaketh in the name of the Lord, if the thing follow not, nor come to pass, that is the thing which the Lord has not spoken, but the prophet has spoken it presumptuously, thou shalt not be afraid of him. Right? Okay. Now watch this. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 16, verse 28. And this is Jesus speaking here, allegedly. Verily I say unto you, there be some standing here which shall not taste of death till they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom. Now, everyone that was living there, who Jesus was speaking to, died 2,000 years ago, and Jesus has not yet come in his kingdom. Now, they may try and use the transfiguration or some other thing, but Jesus has not come in his kingdom yet. That's why the Pope the other day, what did he do? What did the Pope do the other day? He sanctioned same-sex marriage. Regardless if he took it back or whatever, I don't know, but he made it public. Why would the Pope do that if he's supposed to be representing Jesus Christ? Get me? So we know that the Son of Man hasn't come in his kingdom yet because all these things are still going on. Yeah? All these abominations, you got transgenderism and everything's upside down. And Jesus hasn't come in his kingdom yet. And what did the Most High say? This is what the Most High say that counts. And anything after it, we have to use the Most High's words as standard. Yes? When a prophet, if thou say in thine heart, how shall we know the word which the Lord has not spoken? When a prophet speaketh in the name of the Lord, if the thing follow not, nor come to pass, That is the thing which the Lord has not spoken, but the prophet has spoken it presumptuously. Thou shalt not be afraid of him. You hear that, Deacon? Right, let me run some more lyrics for you. Because, you know what I mean? You're sitting there with your ballad. We gonna chase those crazy ballets out of town. Yeah, stubborn as hell. Okay, check this out. Remember, we're using the Most High's words as standard. This is Jeremiah chapter 48 verse 10. Cursed be he that doeth the work of the Lord deceitfully. Yeah, he also says, and cursed be he that keepeth back his sword from blood. That means the judgment. If you're doing the works of the Lord deceitfully, innit? And then, you know, you get catch doing something and it might be worthy of death. This is in them days. But this is the main sentence here. Cursed be he that doeth the work of the Lord deceitfully. Yes? Okay. Now, when you go to Corinthians, remember the guy Paul who was murdering the Jews? Like he was working for the Romans because he's a Roman citizen. So he's working for the Romans, yeah, and he was killing the Jews, men and women. Yeah, this is 2 Corinthians chapter 12 verse 16. Be it so, I did not burden you, nevertheless being crafty, I called you with guile. Let me read that again, hold on. But be it so, I did not burden you, nevertheless, being crafty, I called you with guile. Now the scripture that predates that says, cursed be he that doeth the work of the Lord deceitfully. All right. Now, the last one. This is Paul again. Okay. He says here in verse 7. Unless I should be exalted above measure through the abundance of the revelations, there was given me a thorn in the flesh, the messenger of Satan, to buffet me, lest I should be exalted above measure. For this thing I besought the Lord. He's talking to Jesus, not the Most High, you know. That's his Lord, yeah. Thrice that it might depart from me. What happened after he prayed? And he said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee. So he didn't take it away. Okay. So was Paul possessed by Satan, the man that's writing these scriptures that every time you mention the Torah, these Hebrew Christians keep running back to Paul, who was, you know, he's saying that he's possessed. Just one more thing I would like to add. I said the last one, and no, this is definitely the last one. My bad. Remember, we're using the word of the Most High, and then as standard. So, in Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 2, yeah, the commandment is, ye shall not add unto the word which I command you, neither shall ye diminish aught from it, that ye may keep the commandments of the Lord your God, which command you. Yeah? Now when you go to Paul, yeah, the man the self-confessed murderer, he says in First Corinthians chapter 7, verse 12, but to the rest speak I, not the Lord. If any brother has a wife, okay. But that's the main one part there, yeah? But to the rest speak I, not the Lord. I thought you mustn't add to the word of the Most High. You see what I'm saying? So it's not me doing these, it's not me tearing the Bible up. I'm just pointing these things out to you. Can you understand how the Bible has been tampered with, doctored and changed over time? Seeing? And these people don't want to acknowledge that. But you know, the truth gonna come out. The truth gonna come out. But yeah, these are the things that the deacon ran from. He didn't wanna, that's why he had to mute me, innit? Deacon ran like a thief.